I had some questions from some people, so I want to take one last look at these two track sets. Mattel released Team Hot Wheels track sets through Target, Spiral Spin Out, and Double Loop Launch. I think both were $20 in the fall of 2011. I'm going to recommend, if you're going to pick one, pick the Double Loop Launch, and I will tell you why. This setup that you see right here, this is the Spiral Spin Out. Comes with the launcher. Here's the launcher. Comes with the crisscross intersection. One base, one loop, and the spin out section here. Whereas the double loop launch also has a launcher, but it has two loops, one base, and a jump, and a catcher. The difference in the launchers is this one allows you to load a second car, and really the design of that is to launch one car and then try to launch a second one to crash there. I forgot to show you that in my review. But when you shoot the cars out of this launcher, if you look closely, the launchers add a little bit of an angle. So when the cars come out, right here, look at the track. The track is it's a little bit like this. So sometimes when they come out, they're already off kilter and it makes them a little out of line. Whereas this launcher that comes with the double loop launch, it's just a straight shot. This one locks. This one doesn't. But this one is kind of cool to where you can pull it back and you just determine exactly how far and how hard you want to launch your car. So I prefer this launcher as opposed to this one. Not only that, the double loop launch comes with two loops. Loops are more fun. If you set up this loop the way they show you in the box, after a while, the loop actually starts to come apart right here. I let this sit overnight and this thing was all tweaked out. Not only that, the cars lose speed when they go in loops like this, because it comes in the curve and it rubs on the side because it's being thrown into a curve. Whereas if you set up your loops straight like this, they go straight in, straight out. They don't lose any speed. If you're going to set up a loop like this, yeah, it's fun, but you know, the cars lose speed. And sometimes that affects your stunts. So my recommendations for the double loop launch. But let's go ahead and answer some questions that I had regarding the two sets coming up. Actually, let me see if I can make a crash in the intersection before I go over some of the comments. Nope. Try again. Almost. Let's try again. Boom! One of my subscribers, 520th Desert Rats, he mentioned that the drift part doesn't look like it drifts. Well, spin out. He was talking about the spin out. So yeah, by the time the car goes all the way there and comes back, it's lost a lot of speed. But let's just, for fun, let's go ahead and just put the spin out right here. We're going to shoot it straight into the spin out. Well, let's, is this one? I'm going to use this longer piece right here. Let's use this longer piece. Take these off. And we're going to shoot it straight into there. Now when you set it up, make sure that you don't have these on the outside because you don't want the car hitting this piece of blue plastic. You want to pinch it, put it inside. Now the car has a nice transition. I'm going to use a launcher that came with this set. Let's give Fast Fist a little try. Nice spin up. Then you go ahead and move the camera over to get a better shot. 57 Chevy. It might fly out. Look out. Whee! Purple Passion. Nope. Let's see, who else do I got here? 142. It spins out very cool. That's a lot of fun. I grabbed a few more. Jet thread, right? What is this? Semi-cycle. The armored truck. Let's go ahead and back up the camera a little bit more so we get more room for spinning out. Here we go. Whee! Jet thread. This guy's kind of low. And semi-cycle. Let me try him again. Nah, he's not a good one. Let's finish with a better card here. Let's say 16 Angels. I dyed this one pink though. Whee! I have a little Australian friend. He tells me that these special cars, these are hard to find. He's right. So we're just going to leave this one here. But I do have this Audi, a Matchbox Audi R8. You know, these work on some track sets too. Let's go ahead and give him some track time. What do you think, Alex? You ready? Any more? Get set. Go! Whee! The Tahoe Prime one asked, can a booster get a car up to speed to go through the loops? Well, fancy that. I just happen to have a booster. Now it's going to get a little noisy, so I'm going to let you know first that this is kind of a long stretch to expect a car to come out of a booster and make it through the loop. It's definitely not going to spin out. It's just too far for the booster. Launchers definitely have more punch. But here we go. Let's send some cars through the loop with a booster. And while we got our booster, let's go ahead and check a double loop. Once again, it's going to be difficult because you have this long stretch, so the car's going to lose a lot of speed coming through here. If you have a shorter piece of track, you really want to get your loops as close as possible to the booster. So if you have a little short piece of track, you want to, boom, shoot your car straight into the loop and not have these straightaways here. But let's go ahead and grab some cars here. See how they kind of fall out of the second loop? Epic YouTube member name asked me, what is my all-time favorite Hot Wheels track set? Personally, I like starter sets because you get cool parts like this, boosters, loops, and curves, and I can make any layout that I want. Zadie57 asked me, please post a Hot Wheels gravity set. He had been watching my videos with the rapid transit trains, And I hadn't made a gravity setup in quite a while. So I thought this double loop from the double loop launch set. Let's go ahead and get some extra track, set it up, and here I have my gravity drop. I built a little stand. You can use anything in your house. You can use a chair or table. This one I got set up about 33, 34 inches high. Got 3 extra pieces of track here, regular Hot Wheels track. You might find it at Toys R Us right now. Well, let's go ahead and give a couple rapid transit trains a trip down the track. I'm going to go ahead and let that Audi and Matchbox. How about Boulevard Bruiser? Crazy 8. Rodzilla. Ren and Rig. Asphalt Assault. Let's give them some track time too. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and let Sup Dog have a trip down as well. Another one I dyed pink. As you can tell, I weighed down this. Now you can use books or something to weigh it down. Nitro Door Slammer. Boulevard Bruiser. Lomad, one of the squishy flat cars. Rodzilla. Oh, he barely made it. Fast Fish. Couple rapid transit trains. Hold on, my track's coming apart here. Boom! Crazy 8. Asphalt Assault. Audi Matchbox. Can't do 2 loops. And let's see, one more thing. Frosty Boys asked me, or he stated, he thought that I was going to put a Hot Wheels, this Hot Wheels, he thought it was a vintage red line drag bus. Well, there's no such thing as a vintage red line drag bus. There is the drag bus. But these aren't meant for the boosters, loops, and curves. Or are they? Let's find out. Go ahead and open it up. Now I got this loop right here. I have this loop right here and I cut the side off to see if the front or the back would drag in the curve. And it looks like the front might touch a little bit. Does this have rubber wheels? Nope, plastic wheels, good. So, I don't know. Maybe if we get enough speed, he'll be able to go through the curve. If he was too long, he would drag, you know, kind of like this car. He's got the long back end there. So look, you can't put him in the loop at all because look, the wheels aren't even touching. But I don't know. Drag bus might make it. This might be a little crazy, but here we go. Now, since he's heavy, I think I better support this. So this way he'll get a nice run. Here we go. Penske VW drag bus. Ready, set, go. Well, he got through one loop. Let's try it again. I'm going to hold it down right here. Maybe that'll help. One loop. That was pretty cool. But let me go ahead and I'm going to get this other kind of loop set it up and we're going to try that with a few cars as well. Okay, in conclusion, I hope you enjoyed this little track time. Maybe next year I'll be able to do some more, answer some more questions. But that's it for today. Now I got the loop from the spiral spin out. But if you're going to pick one, I do recommend the double loop launch. But both are just fine. Anyways, have fun. And no more for you. Enjoy your cars and have fun. Bye bye. Noodlehead, are you crazy? That's not a track car. Bye bye.